Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. In the last video, we began a run with Paladin and cruised to victory in the first two games. I will say I think this deck is pretty good, although looking at it again, there are definitely some weaknesses in it, like this River Crocolisk kind of sucks. The Big Game Hunter, good card, but, you know, a little bit dicey. It's not always going to be able to drop on turn 3. We got this Mind Control tech, which kind of sucks. There's some other bad cards in here. I definitely don't want this Holy Wrath. I would have much rather had just a good old Hammer of Wrath. I'd rather have a second Boulder Fist Ogre than this War Golem. Stormpike Commando I don't really like. So there's some weaknesses here, some Legion Study type of stuff. But overall, I'd say this deck is pretty decent, and I think we can do fairly well with it. Let me lower my volume a little bit. And let's take a look at our third game and see how it goes. So, if I'm going to call it here, I think this deck could make it between 4 and 6 for sure, and with a little bit of luck, 7 and above. I don't think this will be another 12-win run, though, just because of the weaknesses in the deck. Alright, we're up against a fellow Paladin here, Mongoose. That's a nice name. You know, I'm going to keep this whole hand. So, I'm not planning to play the Mind Control tech, but I'm willing to keep it around because I am up against a Paladin, so it's somewhat, well, at least a little bit likelier that my opponent will get up to the magical 4 minion mark, and I'll be able to steal one. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and coin out the Amani Berserker. What this does is it inhibits my opponent from just calmly making a recruit, because I can just kill the recruit, become enraged, and now all of a sudden he has something really scary to deal with. So I think that's just such a huge benefit here, is inhibiting his moves in that way. Okay, so he played a Panda, and I have the luxury now of just killing it quite easily. We'll do this. Put another 2/2 on the board and get the kill. That is why the Argent Protector is annoying as balls to deal with. Well, I would say that I've already pretty much won the opening. He's going to have to do something pretty incredible for me to say that he's in good shape, and he does, actually. That was really the perfect drop for him, because what I really want to have on the board right now is this reinforcement, so I can pop Divine Shield and trade off with the Argent Protector. But yeah, that was actually a time when Scarlet Crusader is whipping balls perfect. Well, what we're going to do here then is what we can. I'm going to pop Divine Shield with that guy, play the almighty Shattered Sun Cleric, and then kill off the Scarlet Crusader that way. So my opponent can of course kill this, but actually Paladins have a little bit of a difficult time dealing with this. Hammer of Wrath is sort of overkill. True Silver Champion, he'll take 6 damage. And in fact, he has no answer to it, which is just fine by me. Okay, so here it looks like my Berserker's actually going to get taken out by something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the Novice Engineer. I'm going to swing for 6. So now he's got to use this Berserker to kill off my Money Berserker, and then I get to keep my Cleric around. Now, I have to say, my opponent's done a really nice job dealing with my explosively good start. The Scarlet Crusader was perfect, and dropping 2 creatures was very smart in the face of this. I didn't have any removal, so I wasn't able to protect this guy any longer. A shame, but that's alright. What we'll do here is we'll just play another Berserker and make a Recruit. Now, the reason I'm making a Recruit and not the Worgen is because it uses up more of my mana, and right now I don't really value this that much. It's got an extra power compared to a Recruit. I don't really care, and I don't want it to die to a Consecration. Ah, okay, so that's a pretty good answer here. And my opponent quite intelligently hits my Berserker. What this does is makes it so that when this Abomination pops, all my stuff dies. Well, I don't have a Silence or any way of buffing my stuff or any other way of dealing with this, so we're just going to have to make the trade. And I gotta say, this is another time that I've seen in recent memory where that Twisted Abomination was just frickin' amazing. Well, we're going to keep up the good fight. Let's just drop down and see what we can do. But I gotta say, man, my opponent has had the perfect answers. Maybe not the perfect answers, but really good answers without removal. He basically had perfect non-removal answers. He had the Scarlet Crusader, he had the Abomination, and I might lose this game now just because his answers were so freaking perfect. Alright, well, the Yeti is extremely annoying for me to see here. Does this guy help? I guess so. Yeah, we'll do him. For the king, so that puts 2 extra damage on the Yeti. I can now trade my Mind Control tech into it. I am definitely going to pop off this Recruit. Do not let Paladins keep creatures, and we'll make another Recruit. He hasn't used Consecration yet. I think he would have if he had it, so he might just not have it. Now, equality is kind of nice here. My stuff's all already at 1 health, so I don't mind using it to kill something really big. like that, for instance. I'd love to, of course, use the big game hunter, but I do not have that luxury. Tiger, I gotta admit, it's a really good draw, so we're gonna just... Well, hang on. Do I want to use equality now, or do I want to wait? I think I want to use it now. So first, use equality. I don't want this tiger to get knocked down to 1 health. We'll then swing, kill that guy off, swing, 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 tiger. Pass the turn. So... He's had a really good answers to my stuff. He's got 5 cards to my 5 cards, but a lot of my cards are kind of weak. So if he gets like a good card down, he can do very, very well for himself. And what I really hope that I'll have to turn this game around is something that I can kill with a big game hunter. That's what it's going to take for me to catch back up with this game. Okay, Leper Gnome is not really what I need, so I've drawn all my 1-drops, and I really wish I hadn't. I'm gonna kill this thing. I mean, I could try to race him out. Let's take a look. We could do 5, 7, 8 damage, get him down to 11 health. It's not really low enough. We've got to kill this thing. Swing, 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 and I'm not gonna play Big Game Hunter. I think that it's such a weak body, I just need to hope he plays something I can kill. And with Sword of Justice actually in play, there's a slightly higher chance of that happening. Let's say he plays a Boulder Fist Ogre now. Boulder Fist Ogre is normally a 6-7. If you were to play one, it would be a 7-8, and then I'd get to kill it with the Big Game Hunter. I might be able to catch up at that point. So he's going to get a 2-2 recruit, and... what else? Shattered Sun Cleric? Ah, that's annoying. That's exactly what I don't want him to be doing. So he's getting really big bodies on the board, gonna kill off my tiger. Okey-doke. I wish I'd played this, because if I'd played this, I'd have an extra 4 damage on the field now, or to deal to him. As it is, I can deal 2, 4, 6 damage, get him down to 5. Oh my god, I messed up. I should have played this thing. Well, I don't know. I mean, if I'd played it and he just played a Consecration, I would have been sad, but damn it, I should have played it when I had the chance. Well, alright, we're gonna have to go for the race now. He did not oblige me by playing anything large or in charge. So we'll do this. And do I do this recruit? I have the mana to play both, but not enough space on my board. So do I do this? I don't think it matters at this point. So we'll do that. And then if he clears me out, at least I'll have a chance in hell. If he does end up playing something that the Big Game Hunter can kill, like a Vengeful Mercenary, or maybe an Ogre with the last tick of this weapon. He says, well played. I don't know if that's a sarcastic well played or not. I think I actually have this. He just all he's got are 2 creatures. He can kill off 2 of my things, but keep in mind this Leper Gnome actually has 2 damage in it. Okay, well that was a weird game. I sort of played it like an aggro deck. I don't feel like this deck is aggro. I just happened to draw all of my 1-drops. Like these are it. These are the 3: the Leper Gnome, the Argent Squire, and the Organ. And he never had Consecration. So he had, I would say, like the best answers that he could have possibly had, given that none of his answers were removal. Okay, he did have that weapon, but the weapon was kind of unfortunate, the Sword of Justice there, because it was buffing his creatures, and I didn't really give a shit about that. And he used it to kill 2 of my creatures. He took 7 damage from it. He killed a Stormwind Knight, and he killed the Tiger. But the True Silver Champion would have been better, because it would have, healed him up a little bit. And that could have made a difference at the end, although given that he had nothing interfering with my stuff, I suppose that he was going to lose regardless. So yeah, he just needed more interference. The Scarlet Crusader wasn't quite enough. The Abomination wasn't quite enough. Alright, 3-0, great. Up against a priest, Kaylee the priest. I wonder if it's a lady. Kaylee the lady? No, that doesn't really work. Okay, so this is all stuff I don't want right now. Light's Justice, though, that's definitely a keeper. Like I said at the beginning, sometimes it's just really great when you have, a source of 1 extra damage. My god, every time I look at this card, I just wish it were Hammer of Wrath. Why would anyone ever voluntarily play this over Hammer of Wrath? I don't understand. Okay, well, we get lucky here. And if you're wondering, well, it's the first turn, Boris, how do we get lucky? You know how we got lucky. We got lucky because he didn't play a Northshire Cleric. If he'd played a Northshire Cleric, that would have been a bitch. I couldn't have played my Leper Gnome then. He could have run in, killed it, healed, drawn a card, and I'd be, nowhere. Now, I would coin out a Shattered Sun Cleric in another life, but since I have a reasonable alternative, let's hang on to the coin, play the Wolf, swing for 3. This is a priest, there's no Cleave, there's no Forked Lightning, or any of that stuff, so I'm not really concerned about removal at this point. What I do have to be careful of with Shattered Sun Cleric, though, is it will die to Holy Nova, so if I buff something else, like if I had buffed this Leper Gnome, they'd both die to Holy Nova. As it is, it's a moot point, because the Wolf got Shadow Worded, so whatever. Okay, so here, pretty straightforward. Let's just go ahead and play Shattered Sun Cleric. Had he given me a reason to, I would have totally coined out this Light's Justice, but since he didn't give me any reason to do that, I don't see any point in it. So next turn is Holy Nova. That means I'm very eager to trade this Leper Gnome into something. It's done its job. It's hit for a lot of damage. And, oh my gosh, this is really irritating. Crap. What I'd like to do is run in with the Leper Gnome and then use Light's Justice, but that's only 4 damage, and that's not enough. So what we're going to do instead is play the Stormwind Knight, who is so freaking good I can't even handle it. Going to run in for 2, trade the Leper Gnome away for 3, swing for 3. The issue is that Holy Nova kills both of these now. I didn't want to use the Stormwind Knight in that way. If he plays Holy Nova, he'll have 5 cards to my 5, soon to be 6, but one of them is the coin. I'll be able to do this and make a recruit. I guess I'm okay with it. I'd rather he didn't have Holy Nova, but it's fine if he does. Oh, Ventricle Mercenary. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay, I think this is an important moment, because basically I can race him, or I can, you know, go to some lengths to kill it. Now, if I race against this, the issue is that he can keep healing this thing up, so he can just mop up pretty much all the creatures that I play. So do I think that I can play more creatures and deal enough damage that this Ventricle Mercenary will not be able to tear me apart? Alright, I think we're going to go for it. I think that represents my best chance. So we're going to do this. I'm also going to make a recruit. Do I coin this out? Well, I don't want to be completely blown out by Holy Nova, so I'm not going to coin that out. But we're going to go ahead and swing for 5 damage. He's down to 14. He's going to have to choose between healing himself or healing this Ventrico. So we'll see what he wants to do. A Holy Nova would wipe my board, of course. But I don't think he has it. I think he would have played it last turn if he had it to kill these 2 creatures off, so I don't think he's got it unless it's a top deck. Power Word Shield is going to fish, perhaps for a Holy Nova. But this guy's not going to go the distance. I'm putting out too much stuff on the board, and his minions are expensive because of the Ventrico Mercenary. So he's in trouble. Unless he gets a Holy Nova right quick, it's going to be a loss for him. Now, if I didn't have reason to believe that he doesn't have a Holy Nova, I wouldn't have played the way I did. But I really think he would have used Holy Nova the previous turn. Yeah, he doesn't have a Holy Nova because he's killing the creature that would have died to Holy Nova. So we know now for a fact he's not holding a Holy Nova. And I think I'm going to just race him and try to race him out here. I'm dealing pretty good damage. Knife Juggler? Yeah, I don't really care. The Knife Juggler does kill off my stuff, though. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to give it some thought. Alright. Well, let's take a look. We got 2, 4, 5, 6 damage. It's going to go down to 8. Yeah, alright. We'll hedge our bets a little bit. Let's go ahead and kill off this Knife Juggler with the Recruit and my weapon. And then let's just put more stuff onto the board. So this Panther's definitely a win. And do I put this Mind Control attack out? I think so. I think this is the time for the Mind Control attack. It's obviously never going to activate with this Ventricle Mercenary around. Okay, so he's down pretty low. He needs to top deck a Holy Nova. Still. If he doesn't get Holy Nova, there's a lot of damage coming his way. And I've got Holy Wrath for some random damage. I don't think there are any 0 mana cards here, but this could deal like 1. That would suck a lot. If this deals, you know, 1 damage by drawing an Argent Squire or something, that would suck. Alright, he's got a Molten Giant against me, and he's silenced the Ventricle Mercenary, which is very clever. But I've got the kill. This is 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 damage, so this is another installment in the series. Let me just in case I messed up my math. It's Holy Wrath. Okay. Ha-ho! Big Game Hunter, that would have been funny. But we don't need it. Alright, that was a good game. So this is so first of all, we had another irrelevant last turn Molten Giant. Love those. Keep up the series. And second of all, yay, 60 gold. And third of all, that was an illustration of a point I've made in the past. When your opponent plays a Ventricle Mercenary, don't go into panic mode and like 3-for-1 yourself killing it. Sometimes the correct decision is to just race against it. Because if you're able to put out more damage than the Ventricle Mercenary is able to put out, then you'll win the game. And in that case, I'd already dealt a lot of damage to him thanks to my Leper Gnome and Shattered Sun Cleric. So I was ahead in the race. And I was able to keep putting stuff out into the board because I had decent playable cards, and I was a Paladin, so I could always put out those recruits. So I was always going to deal more than 7 damage a turn to him, and if he spent the Ventricle Mercenary killing my creatures one at a time, it wasn't going to be fast enough. Now, of course, if he had had a Holy Nova, then he would have won the game. But, I mean, I had, again, kind of an aggro-ish draw until I picked up that War Golem at the very end. And when you have a draw like that, you have to play into mass removal. You can't really play around it. Dreamkiller the Mage, that's a good name for Hearthstone, so every time he wins, he's like, oh, I killed your dream. This is bizarre. These are like 3 cards I haven't seen in this arena, and I don't really want to see them now. It's like so bizarre. I haven't like never seen either of those in any of like those 4 games. Okay, so here we go. We got a playable start. I'd rather be second here, so I could coin this on turn 1, and then play the Argent Protector on turn 2. As it is, it's a bit slower here, getting that out there. It's a really annoying thing for me to see, because what's going to happen now is I play the Crocolisk. She can use hero ability plus this Worgen to kill it off. I don't get to put Divine Shield in it. Still, though, that's what I'm going to do, because if she's doing that, she's not making a turn 2 play, and I've got this to put onto the board next turn, and this turn after that, so I'm going to be alright. It's going to be okay, folks. It's going to be okay. She did have a 1-drop, so it's possible she's got 2 drops that she'd rather play. I'd love to see like a Knife Juggler or something, so I could put Divine Shield on this thing and kill it. She's got a coin. Alright, what do we have for the coin here? Imp Master, okay. Well, I think I'm okay with that. So, it's not ideal for sure, because this gives her a very easy way to like put extra damage on, and I can't quite kill it off. But I'm still going to just go ahead and do this and kill off the Worgen Infiltrator. With 3 mana, of course, I could have played the Razorfen Hunter, but seemed good to get a card off the field, and these 2 gentlemen do hold up rather nicely against the Imp Master. Gentlemen? I don't know why I called them gentlemen. She can use the Imp and a hero ability to kill this off. Looks like she has other plans, known as Frostbolt. Fair enough. And she's actually going to kill it off that way. Okay, well, I'm down with that, because now I can just play my... Ooh, hang on. I was going to play Stormwind Knight to kill the Imp Master, but what I'd rather do is actually play this in Light's Justice. That's really good. I wish I'd had this to play on turn 1. That would have made things a lot easier for me to deal with, having this already in my hand. But this is fine. So, she can use hero ability to kill this off, but I don't mind that. Then I can use my Hunter to kill off this Imp. And I do have my late game play here, which will die to a Fireball and a Polymorph and whatnot, but that's fine. That Frostwolf Grunt is really irritating, because I could Light's Justice on the Berserker and then kill it off with the Hunter, but instead I have to deal with this guy. Oh, what am I talking about? I can deal with that so easily. I don't even know why I'm concerned. Okay, yeah, we'll just do this to shoot that down. Then we're going to hit this first, take less damage, and then trade it off. So, this is interesting. It's turning into a bit of a card advantage battle. She's got 4 cards to my 4 plus a weapon, soon to be 5, so I'm like winning in the card advantage department. The main problem, though, is that that's not really the game that I want to play against a mage. You don't want to play card advantage against mages, because all it takes is 1 Flame Strike and, you know, the end. Okay, so I have a couple of options here. I can throw out the last 2 ticks of this weapon to play True Silver Champion. The advantage then is I get this guy for free, and I can kill this thing. But I can also kill it without wasting my weapon, so let's just do that. We're gonna do this. By the way, this is like why Papa Boris hates the Doomsayer, volume 557 billion. That card is so bad, because there's the likelihood of your opponent having some way of killing it is just so high. And then the real problem is not, and I want to kind of talk about this for a moment. Okay, so I've been known to say on this channel, if you ask enough questions, then eventually your opponent will run out of answers. The problem is that this Doomsayer prevents you from playing your own creatures alongside it, because then if your opponent doesn't kill it, your own creatures will die. So that's what sucks about it. When you play it, you can't play anything else, but your opponent then has all of his resources with which to deal with it. Okay, this panda does need to die, because if I don't kill it, the panda will get to kill my Stormwind Knight and live to tell about it, and he'll get some value out of it. So we're going to go ahead and kill it, put the first damage on my opponent, and play War Golem. And I am actually going to go ahead and swing at her face, because I have this True Silver Champion here. So I waste 1 tick of the weapon, but I think it's worth doing so. Okay, so I'm actually very safe from Flame Strike. What would break my heart is a Polymorph. Yep. On cue, here comes the Polymorph. I would have loved for her to play a creature that I could kill with True Silver Champion, but it was not to be, alas. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this. Play another Stormwind Knight. Swing. And these guys both actually survive against Flame Strike, so I'm just going to play the Dread Corsair as well. Now the question is, do I swing at her with my weapon? No, I'm gonna risk it. If she has an ooze, then you know what? The ooze is gonna be really great for her, but I don't want to waste this weapon. It deals a lot of damage. Cone of Cold is very irritating. These guys will now all die to a Flame Strike in future turns. She's pinging this one, which suggests she does not have Flame Strike. If she had Flame Strike, I imagine she would have pinged me. Choose of a champion. Oh god, this is awkward. This is really awkward. Alright, I'm gonna start hitting her in the face now, because honestly, I have another one behind it, and Equalities, so it's a dead card until I finish this weapon, and Equalities is just a dead card in general, until she kills all my board. So yeah, I'm sort of drawing my bad cards here. Oh, she had a Flame Strike after all. Well, she should have pinged me. I don't know why she didn't. Well, this sucks. A lot of dongs. She had Polymorph for my War Golem. Okay. Whew, Boulder Festoga. That's what I needed. So we're going to swing at her face. And I'm actually not going to make the second True Sliver just yet. I'm just going to make a Recruit. So yeah, she can use 2 mana to kill this, but if she's doing that, she's not pinging this guy. So she's not like finishing it off with a Fireball or whatever. And I'm going to have plenty of mana, so like I'm not playing Equality anytime soon. So I'll be able to play this True Sliver Champion when I need it. There's no reason to trot it out just yet. Oh, okay. Cone of Gold. That's alright. I'll accept that. It's annoying, but I'll accept it. Oh my god, she almost made a terrible mistake. If she had attacked me, that would have been awful, but instead, oh, for her, but she got the damage on, so this ogre will die. Motherfucking, Alright, I'm not gonna attack her with this True Silver Champion. I'm not close enough to burn her out. I can only get her down to 7 with this thing. I needed to be able to attack with my Boulder Festoga, but she dealt with it. Fucking mages. Fucking mages. Oh, and of course she has a War Golem. Okay, fuck you. Alright, well, here's where we're gonna use Equality in our minion to pick off the War Golem. The Dark Iron Dwarf is cute. I really wouldn't have minded my big game hunter here. Hang on, I can use Dark Iron Dwarf plus the minion plus the weapon to kill this, but why do that? Yeah, whatever, there's no point in that. We're just gonna go ahead and play Equality, kill this thing, make a Recruit, make a Dwarf, buff the Recruit. Of course, you might be wondering, Boris, why are you making a Recruit and buffing it? It's gonna die anyway to the Mage's hero ability. Well, the answer is, why not? I want to put this 4/4 on the board for sure. So this mage has had all the answers that she needed. She had, motherfucker! She had the Flame Strike, she had the Cones of Cold to stop my creatures from attacking, she had everything she needed to the Polymorph. Yeah, I mean, when a mage has everything she needs, you're going to lose the game. You just have to accept that. Alright, so anyway, let's trot out that Berserker. I'm holding on to this weapon still. She could top deck and use it any time, but I really want to have removal for her shit, because this killing off 2 creatures is the only way that I'm staying in the game. I still have a Wind Fury Harpy here. I still have a Sea Giant here. I still have chances. Frost Elemental to stop me from attacking. Oh my god, this is such a... Oh my god. Frostbolt. Because why fucking not, right? Why not? So I can't attack with my weapon. I'm just going to kill off my Recruit. Oh my god, this is so obnoxious. Alright, I'll use Humility on this. That's fine. This is just everything that I hate about mages, all in one obnoxious package. I guess I didn't... You know what? I messed up. I shouldn't have used Humility there. There was really no reason to. Oh my god, that's really annoying. So she's gonna... Are you fucking kidding me? 2 Water Elementals? So now she's gonna be able to freeze me non-stop. I can't kill these things off in time. I can only deal 5 damage. So I'm gonna be frozen. I'm not gonna get to use my weapon. Okay, well, it's Holy Wrath time, I guess. We're gonna Wrath the more dangerous target. Hope I get my Sea Giant or something. Nope. Well, it's good enough. I'll take it here. This will be the last attacking I do for a while. And I'm gonna run my guy into this Earth Elemental, because why not? Let's just put some damage on it and hope for the best. This game, oh, god damn it, this game is just like, I haven't had any really bad games against mages in a while. But this is one where, like, look, she's down into a top deck mode, but up to this point she's had exactly everything she needed. Freezing my creatures, killing my creatures, freezing me even. And, yeah, it's probably going to be a loss at this point. I just can't keep up with this hero ability. I still have a Sea Giant in here. It's in here. I still have a Sea Giant and a Wind Fury Harpy. It's not impossible. The problem is that I'm frozen, so I can't finish off this Water Elemental, and once it starts attacking me, I'm not going to be able to attack again. Plus, she also has, 7 damage on the field, God damn it, Water Elemental is such an overpowered card. Alright, Leper Gnome, That is not the hero that Gotham needs. In another turn, probably, yeah, actually it might already be too late, but if it's not already too late, then in another turn it certainly will be too late for me to get my Sea Giant and get out of it with that. Yeah, it's too late. I just can't get out of this anymore. I'm not mad that I lost. I'm annoyed that I lost in that way against a mage. You are... whatever. We're gonna just get out of this one gracefully here. Oh, what a bitch! How about a good game? What are you pissed about? You're a fucking mage. What a bitch. Alright, anyway. Dream Killer indeed does kill my dream of going 12-0. It was gonna die at some point. I wish it hadn't been lost in such a frustrating way. So here we are at 4-1. It seems like 4-0 is a popular place for me to get to before I suddenly like lose all of my games. So hopefully that trend is not going to be repeated in this run. We have seen it happen recently though, where I get like 4-0, or even like one time I got like 5-0 and then went 5-3. So that's sad. Anyway, I'm pretty happy to make it to 4, especially as a Paladin. I haven't really had the best luck with Paladins of late. They're actually like my weakest class, I think. If you look at like the last 6 or 7 runs or so, I don't think I do worse with any class other than Paladin. So the game's lagging a little bit, but hopefully it'll come back to its senses, and we'll be able to play the next game. Hey, how about that, Hearthstone? That would be great, wouldn't it? There we go. There we go. Okay, so up against a rogue, Ploops the rogue. Rogue, as I've said before, is a pretty good match against Paladin because 1 use of the dagger kills 2 use of my hero ability. But what we'll do here is we'll actually just keep this hand. So this would be better to be first player than second player. So you can play this on turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. I still get to do that, but like I'm a turn behind everything. Still though, it's fine. I guess the wolf isn't my favorite 2-drop. I could have mulliganed this to try to get a better 2-drop, but I also could have like fished out, you know, my Wind Fury Harpy or something. So yeah, cards like Humility, I've actually used to say that this was a really good card, or at least a playable card. I'm liking it less and less. You do go a card down, and oftentimes the body that you're leaving behind is not irrelevant and is very annoying for you to deal with. Now I should comment, I am lucky that I am going second against a rogue. That is not a stroke of fortune that I get often. It's nice to go second against rogues because it stops them from turning on combo cards with their coin. Okay, I don't see really any reason to coin out the wolf. I would if I had another 2-drop, coin it out and then play the wolf on turn 2, but since I don't have that, it seems kind of silly to do that. Keeping the coin also, in case she plays like a 2-3, leaves me the possibility of coining out the Razorfen Hunter, so that the wolf doesn't just, you know, die for absolutely no reason. Okay, case in point, that. So I definitely don't want to play the wolf here. It will just get killed by the Imani Berserker, and then the Imani Berserker will be a 5-1. So we're going to go ahead and coin out the Hunter, and we'll see what my opponent can do. So if she makes a dagger and kills this boar off, I'm still okay. These guys will still trade up against each other. I should be alright. It's if she, like, turns on Enrage against the, oh, interesting. If she turns Enrage on against the boar and then kills the hunter some other way, that would be a problem. Does she have a kill for this? She doesn't. My opponent just wasted a card for no reason. Alright, cool. So we're just going to get to kill her Berserker and play the wolf, I guess. That's fine. So, in another time, against another opponent, I might have made a recruit instead of playing the wolf so that the recruit would be on the board, and then when the wolf dropped down the following turn, the recruit would be buffed. There's 2 reasons I don't do that. One reason is I'm up against a rogue who can just dagger up and kill the recruit. And the other reason is I've got this guy coming in, so he would get buffed by the wolf. Of course, the wolf died. But the good news is you always have to look for silver linings. My opponent used Eviscerate to kill the wolf rather than a backstab, so she didn't quite have the right answer for the wolf. She had a less good answer. Oh, fuck. Hate this card. Every time I see it, it just makes me angry. We're gonna play this for the king. Swing. A bit tricky for a rogue to kill this because 5 health is actually a little tough for rogues to reach, and you don't want to use Assassinate on this. So this guy's actually pretty likely to stick. Okay. Well, I think this is definitely the time for Humility. This is about as good as Humility gets. So we're going to humiliate that thing. Now she can't play creatures, and that thing doesn't hit for Jack Beans. Play the Dark Iron Dwarf more for the 4/4 than for the extra damage, although the extra damage certainly is nice. And my opponent's in trouble. This is actually a little bit tricky for a rogue to deal with. She'd want, like, a pair of eviscerates. Sap. Oh, okay. That's fine. I'll take it. What's interesting about Sap is you can only use it on enemy minions. You can see here that's a really crushing restriction, because if she could have sapped her own Ventricle Mercenary, that would have been way better. Alright, well, I'm not going to oblige her by killing this off this Ventricle Mercenary. I'm going to get the damage. Well, am I? Hang on. So let's think for a moment. I can attack her for 4 damage. The advantage to that is that I get 4 extra damage on the face. The disadvantage to that is that if she buffs this thing with a Shattered Sun Cleric, then it will still die, but it'll also kill the dwarf. But then she'll spend all of her mana playing that creature because this thing will still be on the board. This thing will still be on the board when she plays it. However, what she could do is attack the dwarf with this, use the dagger to finish it off, then play whatever she wants. But if she does that, I'm okay with it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and attack her, and then think. Do I play the Wind Fury Harpy, or do I just drop these 2 guys? The advantage of this move is I put 2 extra damage on right now, and I have a little bit more on the board, so I'm a little bit more flexible. I'm going to play the Wind Fury Harpy here. I think that the upside is bigger than the downside. So right now, this is threatening to deal 8 damage to her, which is a lot of damage, and I've got all my endgame here, plus some terrible burn, but burn nonetheless. Okay, looks like she might have a combo to Eviscerate, or else I don't think she would have done this. In any case, I can play these guys out now. It's not a problem. I smell another Eviscerate coming. Or a Betrayal. Ah, I see. Oh no, SI Agent? Alright, I'm guessing wrong all over the place here. Does she actually have an Eviscerate with her last 2 mana? That would actually suck a lot of dongs. Alright, thank goodness she does not. Okay. So, I could play the Sea Giant. I don't like the idea of leaving this board around, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit slow. We're going to play the Stormwind Knight and kill off the wolf. Now, we can kill off this thing. And you know what? I'm going to get 4 damage on. I'm playing a little bit fast and loose, but I feel like she's going to want to use this Novice Engineer to kill the Wind Fury Harpy, so I don't want to make that kill for her. We're going to put this guy here, and the Leper Gnome in the middle to play around Betrayal, and we're going to pass the turn. So I'm doing pretty well. I have as many creatures on the board as she has cards in her hand, a life lead, and really big cards in my back pocket. So I feel like it would take a lot of bad luck for me to lose this game at this point. Alright, she makes the trade, so I got to put 4 extra damage on the face. That's excellent. Still got a lot of damage staring her down. Assassin's Blade is really not going to help her here, because she's taking damage for that. That thing again. Ugh. Alright, whatever. Whatever. You do what you want to do. And she's going to kill my more dangerous creature. Fair enough. So this guy does hold up very nicely against my Stormwind Knight. That's unfortunate. And, okay. I guess what we'll do here, let's see, if I make a recruit, I cannot play either one of these, can I? Yeah. So we're going to just make the Sea Giant because it costs more mana and is also bigger. And we're going to throw 2 extra damage on her. So here, what she needs is an Assassinate. Sap only delays the inevitable. And even if she does have Assassinate, I've still got a War Golem. Well, she has Assassinate. Oh my goodness! Is this actually going to be a loss? I was ahead the entire time. Oh, she's going to use the weapon to kill it, not the creature. That's risky. Very, very risky. Okay, well, let's drop the War Golem and see if it sticks. Do-do-do, and then make a recruit. So I'm obviously threatening the kill with this thing. She has 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, not enough to kill it. She needs a disruptive card of some sort, or she loses the game. Wow, I am surprised. My opponent has done as well as she has. I really thought this was locked up. Okay, now she's going to lose, though. So she didn't have disruption there. She had it the whole game. She ran out, and it is over. There's not enough damage to kill that thing off with its mighty, mighty 7 health. Okay, she's going to go out in style. That is fine. I guess, actually, it's a good move by my opponent. This does technically make it possible for her to win. But I do have this awesome Holy Wrath. There's nothing in my deck that is 0 mana. Stampeding Kodo is a GG. Wow. That was a little bit sexual there. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. We're at 5 wins. We are respectable. And the goal now is to try to see if we can make it a success. Yeah, wow, that game, did I misplay at some point there? Did I get cocky? I don't know. I feel like I had it completely wrapped up, but I guess that is kind of the rogue's trademark thing to do, is kill all your stuff while continuing to develop her own board, because the removal they have is so plentiful and so cheap. But anyway, we pulled it out in the end. The advantage that we built was good enough, and she ran out of disruption, which isn't like a particularly lucky thing, I would say, because she used a lot of it all throughout the game. I mean, I got like eviscerated and betrayed and sapped. One thing I would say my opponent did that was kind of weird. When I played the Razorfen Hunter against Hermione Berserker, she used Betrayal there. There's really no point in that at all. She should have just killed my stuff. In fact, she used Betrayal in the wrong way. She used Betrayal on my board to deal damage to my Hunter. Yeah, she should have just... I think she could have cleared my board out and kept her Berserker. I don't know why she let the Berserker die. Huh, weird. Anyway, we're going to pass this back. I don't want to mulligan the Knight because it's so good. I don't want to mulligan the Dread Corsair either, because what if I draw True Silver Champion? But I'm not going to gamble on that. So we're going to... Actually, we're going to send both of these back. You know, it's great. We'll keep the 3-drop. Let's try to get some early plays. This deck has seemed to perform the best when it has performed like an aggro deck. Alright, which it gets to do here. So I'm going to coin out both of my 1-drops on turn 1. Please don't have anything. Thank you. And what's really nice is, of course, Cleave and Whirlwind are decent for the opponent, Warrior. The Warrior actually has a number of things that are great against fast starts, but this Divine Shield will ensure that his card is just a 1-for-1 rather than a 2-for-1, so it's fine by me. Oh my god! You've got to be fucking kidding me. That was the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Well, the worst thing that could have possibly happened is hitting all my stuff, but that was actually really bad. God fucking Mad Bomber. Who plays with those shitty cards? All it had to do was not hit my Worgen Infiltrator and it would have been totally fine, but no. Ugh. So now it kills my Infiltrator and my Berserker. Oh my god, and my Berserker and my Argent Squire. Fuck this game. Honestly, fuck this game. Fuck this game to hell and back. Ugh. What? Well, if you're gonna play Hearthstone, sometimes, folks, sometimes this dumb bullshit is just gonna happen where they play a Mad Bomber and it scores. There's just nothing I can do here. Nothing whatsoever. Stormwind Knight, thanks. Thanks, game. I could have cast Humility on it, but I might as well wait and see. It's likely I'll have enough mana next turn anyway. Oh my god, this is just going from bad to worse. Very, very rapidly. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and trade the Panther up. And now I'm gonna use Humility on this Yeti to stop my Dwarf from dying. And we're gonna pass the turn. So he's got 6 cards to my 3, soon to be 4. I'm just behind on cards because of that bullshit beginning. Oh my god. Well, it all started good, and then it all went south very, very fast. I imagine he has some kind of answer to my Dwarf. He doesn't, actually. He's just using the Raid Leader so that the Worgen will trade. That's a good move, actually, making that attack. Luckily, I have Stormwind Knight, so we can kill off the Raid Leader. We can then kill off the Worgen. And we can make a recruit. Alright, I'm still in it. I'm in it to possibly win it, but probably not. Equality, I just don't... I mean, I took it early in the draft, hoping to see a Consecration, and I never saw Consecration. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to do nothing. Oh, jeez. This is just getting worse and worse. Okay, do I pop Equality now? I guess so. Gonna do Equality now. Not on my watch, motherfucker. Get that kill. Play this out. Alright, that's it. I played out my whole hand. So he's got 4 cards on the screen. My 4 cards are on the board. The problem is this 1 card can take out 2 of mine, and then his 3 cards here with 8 mana could potentially be very good. I need to top deck nothing but gold here. Oh my god, are you goddamn kidding me? Okay, well, if this Mad Bomber had been what, like if the other Mad Bomber had been what that one just was, I would like be winning this game. Instead, at least I'm still in it, I guess. I'm not immediately losing it. Please give me a big drop. Thank you. Okay, okay. That was good. That was good. I confess, that was a very good drop. Let's go ahead and kill that off. And I'm going to make a little bit of a tech play here. The obvious answer, of course, is to use the boar to kill the damaged golem. I'm actually going to use the hunter, though. So that way, there's an opportunity for me to use the boar plus the hunter to kill off this Blood Knight. If I'd used the boar to kill off the damaged golem, the Blood Knight could just kill the Razorfen Hunter, and that would be it. So, okay, he's got 3 cards to my 4. That is a decent card, for sure. Not that great here as it could be elsewhere, though. It's going to hit me, fair enough. So he's racing, he's 10 points ahead, he's thinking he can race. Okay, what do I get? Stormpike Commando. Okay, I have to admit, after a rough start from a luck perspective, I am top decking out of it. And we get to swing with our Ogre. Okay, so Warriors are not the greatest at dealing with this card. They don't have any humility effects, nor any sources of really huge damage. It's just Brawl or like a Slam Execute type of combo. So this could be okay here. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Don't have a spell, please. Don't have a spell. Don't have a spell. Don't have a spell. He doesn't have a spell. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to do this trade. I don't like letting anyone keep spell damage. Warriors, perhaps it's a little bit less dangerous than other classes, but still, don't want to push it. Oh my god, I was whining so much this game, but this Ogre really delivered. My opponent just doesn't have an answer to it. He ran out of steam, so he's got 2 cards. I mean, he could always find more steam. Ah, Molten Giant, that's what he was waiting on. Okay, this is not an irrelevant last turn Molten Giant. This is a very relevant one. I'm gonna Holy Wrath. I think that's the right move here. I might get lucky and flip a Sea Giant here and kill it. I think that's what I have to do. Amani Berserker. Not what I was hoping for, but what we're going to do here is go for the race. So now this Molten Giant kind of has his hands full here. He can kill my Ogre, of course. He has to kill the Ogre, then he dies. If he kills something else, the Ogre lives and finishes him off. So these 2 cards, he's got to have an answer right here. But the interesting thing is that if he does have an answer right here, he's likely going to win the game because this is, you know, kind of unimpressive stuff down here. Man, where is Sea Giant and Wind Fury Harpy when I need him, huh? Even a War Golem would have been fine. Oh, Korkan Elite, very good card. He gets to kill off my Berserker now. He messes up a little bit. Oh my gosh, that could cost him the game. For sure, because if he'd played the Knife Juggler first, this guy would have very likely killed off one of my things. Ah, Sea Giant. Very good arrival here. Do I have enough space on the board? Yes, I do. We're going to do this. We're going to play a Sea Giant. Okay, so I'm in really good shape now. I can hit for 5, but I don't see any reason to do that. Let's just take it slow here. We're gonna kill the Knife Juggler, kill the Korkan, and now my recruits are bringing it home. Here's where the Paladin's hero ability you can see is beating the Warrior's hero ability. I put these out, they stay out, they start dealing more damage than you can armor up against.
I choose death.
Okay, my game just froze. I heard him say he chooses death. Okay, I really don't want this to crash. Because there's a bug going out where, like, if your arena crashes, you can't get back into the arena. Oh, Golden Hammer of Wrath? Yeah, that's what I'd like to have in this deck over Holy Wrath. Frickin' Holy Wrath. Okay, so that was a remarkable victory. I apologize for all the whining. I really thought I was going to lose after that crazy Mad Bomber start, but I guess my deck really came through. It was just like a series of incredibly lucky top decks for me. Not that I'm going to take credit away from myself, though, because my opponent with his Mad Bomber bullshit got all the luck he needed for like 3 lifetimes, so I was due. So I had some really good top decks. I got the Stormpike Commando to clear him out. I had a Stormwind Knight to help clear things out. Then I actually drew like my Sea Giant for once and my Boulder Fist Ogre right at the moment when I desperately needed some big presence on the board. Alright, my game seems to enjoy freezing up while it's looking for a match. Not exactly sure why that is, but it seems to have been working so far. Okay, so we're in the success range. We got 6 wins, and we have 2 chances to make it to the money. I'd like to. That'd be nice. Akuma Fox, okay. Boulder Fist Ogre, you're a good man. Come back soon. Come back in 5 turns, but not right now. This is a decent start when you're the second player. Worst case scenario, I can coin this guy out on turn 2, play the Shatterson Cleric after that. Hopefully one of them will survive. A swipe does kill off the Hunter and his Borley companion. This is nice. We'll play Light's Justice here. Since I don't see True Silver Champion, I don't see any particular reason yet to start swinging at his face. We'll, you know, if we need to waste a damage later, we'll waste a damage later. I'd rather use that to do that than throw away the potential of this card. Okay, so there's a Panther. I could play this guy and waste the hero ability. I could also play the Imani Berserker, but what I'd rather do is coin out the Hunter. So the Hunter will trade with the Panther, and now if he doesn't use the hero ability to kill off the boar, then the boar plus my weapon will kill off the Panther, if he chooses to keep the Panther alive. The boar plus the weapon will also kill off, you know, any other creature that he might play that has 2 health. He is going to go ahead and do this. Interesting choice by my opponent not to trade. I think that was a little bit ballsy. And I think he's actually going to pay for that right now. Yes, he is. I could play Shattered Sun Cleric, but what I'd rather do is just this. A good option now. It's better than the best option later. Let's use this guy while he's good. Pop Divine Shield, and we're going to pass the turn. So I'll start swinging with this soon. But there is actually a chance that it will keep having things to do. Crap. That's unfortunate. Man, that's really unfortunate. Shattered Sun Cleric doesn't quite help. Yeah, we're going to have to use the Stormwind Knight here. Okay, so we're going to run in for 2 damage. Going to deal 2 more damage. And then here comes the weapon. And then we're going to swing. Okay, so from this point forward, I probably will be using this weapon every turn, whether it's to his face or a creature, I don't care, because, I mean, 3 turns is a long time here, and we're going to see a True Silver Champion possibly pretty soon. So a swipe will kill off both of these creatures. That would make me very sad. I'd like to get the Shattered Sun Cleric and buff this if I can. This is another instance where the Shattered Sun Cleric isn't quite doing enough. I can hit him for 3, and then this is 4, but I need 5. So another Stormwind Knight has to save the day, it looks like. Gonna attack there, throw this guy away, because he's dying to swipe at some point anyway. Use this amazing weapon. Notice how there were 2 turns when I didn't use this weapon. If I had swung at his face during those 2 turns, the weapon would be gone. Now it's still here, and it might still come in handy. You know, it could definitely come in handy here, depending on what he plays. By the way, these Stormwind Knights have been amazing, in case you missed it. Okay, I cannot... I mean, he's playing around my weapon, so I got 2 damage, plus 1 is 3, it's not quite enough. It's gonna hit me. I'm down to 19, because I guess I have been hitting things with my weapon a lot. So, okay. I want to play the Ogre, but it's not... It's a bit risky, because this guy will stick around. I could do the Stormpike Commando, pop this off, use the Hunter to finish it off. That's an option. I could use a Shattered Sun Cleric. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to use Shattered Sun Cleric.
Must cleanse the Sunwell.
By the way, I just want to point out, if this had been Hammer of Wrath, I would just Hammer of Wrath, deal 3 damage, finish it off with my weapon, play the Berserker, call it a day. Holy Wrath is so terrible, I can't even handle it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play the Berserker. So I'm very swipe-proof. Swipe will kill only one of my creatures. I'm also Starfall-proof. Well, not really. He can use Hero ability to ping this, then Starfall, wipe my board. That would be sad. Oh, wow, he makes a small mistake here. He Starfalls first. This means that when he uses the hero ability to finish off my Berserker, he's going to take an extra point of damage. Oh, he's going to Wrath it. Okay, I see. Well, I'm alright with that. So he gets card advantage from the Wrath. He's got 5 cards to my 4 plus a weapon. However, I get to play the Ogre now, and it's pretty good. We'll keep this weapon around. I don't have a True Silver Champion yet. I'm not in a rush. 1 damage is pretty irrelevant. So let's see what he can do about this. Well, what he could do is play an Ironbark Protector. That's what he could do. Then I'll have to use Stormpike Commando plus my Ogre to trade off against the Ironbark. No Ironbark Protector. Wonderful. Lovely dovely. So this thing drew a card, which is sad because he was already ahead on cards. Defender of Argus. Alrighty. That's unfortunate. War Golem is pretty nice. Oh, man. You know, I'm going to take a bit of a different move. I'm going to kill this like that. I'm going to use Stormpike Commando. Pop that. Use that up. Seems unlikely Mind Control deck is ever coming into play, so I'm just going to play it. So what I'm trying to do here, if you want some insight into my strategy, I'm trying to compensate for card disadvantage by board presence. I've got a really good board presence here. Okay, well, the Ironbark Protector is annoying. Claw is also annoying. But I have Holy Wrath here, so as long as I don't draw a 1-drop, I can use Holy Wrath plus the Ogre to kill this off. And maybe I'll get lucky and get Sea Giant, and I'll just kill this with Holy Wrath. Okay. Oh, equality? No, I don't want these guys to drop down to 1. So Holy Wrath is going to be 4. Actually, that works. I'm going to do this. This is a bit risky, because the Druid could burn me out, but I have to take risks here. So I'm down at 8 health. He could kill me off with a pair of swipes. There's no question about that. But you got to take risks when you're behind, and that's the risk I'm taking. So I'm going to hit him with the weapon next. I'm not going to hit any more creatures with it to heal up for 2 to go to 10. And I hope these 2 guys plus my War Golem is going to be enough. That's it. We're putting the whole game on this plan. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good. He's got the Charger. And Mark of Nature. That's very well played. He's got the kill. Damn. Yeah. I could have been safer. I could have used, like, the Ogre to kill off the Iron Bark. But it was at 4 health. I really would have liked to use the Mind Control. I just needed to get lucky there and flip a Sea Giant, or at least something that cost 5 mana. And then I could have cleared it out and won the game. So anyway, my opponent just put up a little bit too much resistance. We're at 6-2. I could be a little bit sad if I don't make it to 7. However, I've noticed recently the 6-win rewards have been really good. They've been above 100 so far, I think. And as long as I'm getting above 100, I'm actually fine. Because if you can get 100 gold in the arena and you're only playing 1 arena run a day, you add on your daily quest to 40 or 60 gold, and you're pretty much breaking even. So I like this a lot. It's such a much smaller deal than it used to be to make it to 7. I think 7 will always be kind of the mark in our hearts that is very significant, and it would be nice to get there as a Paladin, because I just haven't in a while. Nanu the Paladin. Alright, so let's see, we're both fighting for the honor of making it to 7. I'm going to keep this True Server Champion. I want to have an answer to what he plays, because it's really important not to let Paladins keep creatures. All I hope is that I don't draw my other one, because then that'll be a dead card. Luckily I didn't, so that's great. And let's see what he's got for me on turn 1. Nothing. So, do I coin out this Berserker? I might end up just wasting the coin, so it depends. You know, it really depends. I guess, oh god, I should have played it against a Paladin. That would have stopped him from making a recruit. Oops, I screwed up. Sorry, folks. I just had a little brain fart there. Yes, I should. You always want to play an Amani Berserker with the coin against a Paladin to stop him from making a recruit. That mistake actually is pretty big. It could cost me the game. So anyway, we do have the Amani Berserker out now. So I'm threatening to become enraged against this recruit, but lots of bad things can happen here. Lots of very bad things. Abusive Sergeant, Charging Murloc. At least he's at 3 mana, not at 4, so there's no True Server Champion or Hammer of Wrath, but even like a Divine Shield on this, or a Humility on this. Actually, Humility wouldn't really work, but a Divine Shield on this, pretty much anything along those lines would be pretty good for him here.
Let me think.
Now, if I get super lucky and he doesn't actually have a way to save this from happening, then I'll get off to a pretty nice start here. Alright, makes another recruit, so a bit of a slow start for my opponent here. Okay. Let me think. The obvious move, of course, is just to play the Razorfen Hunter. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm actually going to coin out the Stormwind Knight, and the reason I'm doing this is I want to clear off his board. So now, he can use True Silver Champion to kill something, but the other thing lives, and then I add on more pressure with my Hunter. Heaven have mercy on his soul. If he plays a creature right here, I'll use True Silver Champion to kill it, and then I'll be off to the races. Hammer of Wrath! Oh, wow, it must be nice having that card. It's a pretty good card. So he gets a little bit of card advantage against me. That's unfortunate. Not too happy about that. Equality, I really don't like you, Equality. Stop showing up. Anytime you like, you can just stop. Thanks. Alright, so we have a 5, 6, 7 curve. The Kodo, of course, is contingent on him actually obliging me. And he does. That's nice. Stone Tusk Boar. Well, that's annoying. I was going to use this boar to kill the mechanical dragon thing, but I honestly don't really care that much. This is still a really great turn for me. So what we're going to do is drop the Hunter down to 1, play the Kodo, kill the mechanic, swing for 2, and we're doing good. He's got 7 cards to my 8, soon to be 9, and I've got my end game here, so it's going to be tough for him. He's going to need some very good cards here. And I feel like every time I say that, the person actually like pulls out amazing cards and beats me, but someday that won't happen. So yeah, if he doesn't have like really, really excellent cards, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. That's good. Not good enough though. Not good enough. Because I can kill this off with what I already have on the board and still play my own thing. This is where you never ever want to be. just against a paladin, really, but against anyone, I suppose, but especially against a paladin, you never want to be in a situation where they can kill you with what they already have on the board, and then have all their mana to play more stuff, because that means that you're getting farther and farther away from the point where you can clear their board, and if you cannot clear a paladin's board, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. Because that's where the paladin's power comes from, is his creatures. Okay, these are decent cards, but he doesn't need decent cards right now. He needs an answer to my stuff, and he's not getting it. Sea Giant is definitely getting dropped. Can I play this in Sea Giant? Nope. Can I play this in Sea Giant? Yes. I'm gonna do this.
Reporting for duty.
Actually, I can play the Argent Squire as well.
The light protects me.
And you know what? I'm just gonna. Well, I can't actually clear his board out. Is the thing. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna take out that golem with my 2 weaker creatures. He's got that around. That's fine. But I'm gonna hit him for 6 damage. That's a lot of damage. So I'm threatening him with 14 damage. He needs a humility effect right now, and more good stuff besides that. That's good, but it's not good enough. He's gonna pop both divine shields to kill my ogre. Yeah, that's just not good enough, unfortunately for him. All right, so this is great. Oh, it's not quite great. I really wanted to play this and the Storm Pike, so I could also play the Dread Corsair. Alas, it's either the weapon and the taunter or the shooter. Well, let's take a look. We got 8, 9, 10, 15 damage. Ah, well, I can just burn him out. So I can't win like immediately, but I have enough health that he's not going to be able to kill me. Alright, so here's what we do. We just drop the True Silver Champion. Yeah, I could have killed him this turn if I had another mana for the Stormpike Commando. And we're going to just go ahead and play this thing. And make a recruit, because why not? And pass the turn. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, it's like a daily puzzle. How do you solve this as a paladin? I guess you need like a quality consecration. Oh no, it's actually not that hard of a puzzle. You need a quality consecration, and you also then need an ooze to kill the weapon. But of course, then the Stormpike Commando would kill him off. So yeah, he was dead. All right, I haven't made it to 7 wins in a long time with Paladin. A really, really long time. I'm so happy to see that. At this point, everything's gravy. To the test makers, or test makers, what? I'm like dreading going back to work. I teach standardized tests for a living, so I often talk about, the test makers to my students and what they do and stuff like that. So I'm thinking of Blizzard here. Anyway, Blizzard has reduced the huge, gigantic disparity between 7 wins and 8 wins. It used to be like 8 wins would give you like an extra, like, 100 gold. It was crazy. Or sometimes like as much as 150 extra gold. So they took that away, so it's not as big of a deal. We're just playing for pride here. I wonder how good this deck could have been if, like, those bad cards in it were actually good cards. It's interesting to consider. Clark the Mage. Well, the last mage really mopped the floor with us. Let's see what this mage can do. Okay, this is nice. I'd rather be the first player here because I have 1, 2, 3, but this will do. So hopefully she doesn't have a turn 1 play. Ah, fuck you, Holy Wrath. I hate this card so much. God, I hate it so much. We're gonna play the Infiltrator. Hopefully she has no turn 1 play. Fantastic. Oh god, I'm seeing all my, like, kind of bad Paladin cards here. If she plays a thing with 3 toughness, I can use the Wolf, buff the Infiltrator, trade up. That's fine, because this Infiltrator is gonna die to the hero ability anyway once it reveals itself. Okay, this is perfect. This is why the Wolf is a card I like. Even though it's, like, objectively maybe not super great, buffs in the abstract are just so good that having them, even in a less than ideal form, is fine. Ah, this is annoying. So this is just a regular old 3-drop, but it's going to kill the wolf. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay, we're going to coin out the Dark Iron Dwarf. That is absolutely worth it to use the coin, because it preserves my card advantage here. It stops him from just killing the wolf with his Grizzly. Now, I could have played Humility on the Grizzly, but he still could have killed the wolf. He just would have had to she just would have had to use the hero ability to finish it off. Alright, so clever play here by my opponent, pinging my Dwarf. Argent Protector is what I would really want right here, because that would allow me to kill off the Fairy Dragon and live to tell about it. Alas, it is not to be. So, I am not going to make that trade. Oh, am I going to? I'm actually going to make it, because when I play the Razorfen Hunter, she could use the Fairy Dragon to kill my 1/1 or something. I don't know, 4 extra damage would be kind of nice. I can't use Humility, because it cannot target the Fairy Dragon, because the Fairy Dragon's a good card. Alright, we'll do the Hunter, and we're going to just make the trade. I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk Cones of Cold or whatever other nonsense a mage could throw at me. Now, because I used the coin to play the Dark Iron Dwarf, I can't play the Wind Fairy Harpy next turn. I have to wait. And as you can see, waiting is kind of hard because this stuff all sort of sucks. So that's sad. My opponent got some use out of that bear, even though it wasn't like the ultimate use. Oh my goodness, I don't like where this is going. Oh, hey, just Arcane Intellect? Alright, fine enough. I'm okay with this. So, we're gonna take a little bit of a risk here. Gonna Holy Wrath on that Mana Worm. 2. Well, not the end of the world. We'll do this and trade. Okay, so 5 cards to 5, but like I said against the last game with the mage, you don't really want to get into card advantage battles with the mage, because they will eventually beat you, like that mage beat me. Still though, we made it to 7 wins before losing to another mage, that's fine. The Wind Fury Harpy, who knows, it might be good. I might get one of my 2 True Silver Champions. Oh, that would be so great! True Silver Champion, kill this thing, play the Corsair, play the Crocolisk. It would be so perfect. Come on, True Silver Champion! Please? Oh, he's gonna enrage it. Interesting. I'd still do that play. Ah, not a chance. Well, ball sacks. That's what I have to say to that. I have nothing on the field to buff this guy. That's really, really sad. Indeed. Okay, so the Wind Fury Harpy is a terrible play now because of this warrior, of course. I could humiliate it, I suppose. Then I can't play the Harpy, though. And I could play like this, put Divine Shield on it. I don't know. I might as well just do this Divine Shield and the Recruit, I suppose. We'll do that. I don't know if that's the correct play or not. It just seems silly to use Humility against a 3-drop.
Reporting for duty.
Considering this was like a mediocre 3-drop and a 1-drop, that was a surprisingly difficult thing for me to deal with. But I would say that it's because I'm holding on to my bad cards, and because I didn't draw my either one of my 2 True Silver Champions. The odds of neither of 2 cards being in the top third of your deck are actually really small. There's only like a 1 in 9 chance that I would not have seen True Silver Champion by this point. So I'm beating pretty remarkable odds not having them, but having this every goddamn time. Uh-oh, I don't like that. That's not good. So the Divine Shield can get popped, my Recruit can die. Lots of bad things can happen. Okay, I luck out a little bit there. I don't mind if this guy dies, that's fine. Okay, my opponent is going balls to the walls Dickens here. Playing creatures. I will actually get to steal one, it looks like. It looks like I'm actually going to get to steal one, which is kind of awesome. I mean, I'm not stealing anything good, but I'm stealing something. It's better than nothing. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we can steal. Wait a minute. I could play the Stormwind Knight first to kill off something that I don't want to steal. Namely this guy. Because I don't really want to steal that guy. Yeah, let's improve the odds of picking off the Enragey dude or the Knife Juggler.
For honor.
By pruning our list first. Knife Juggler. And it even activates. That's kind of a weird thing. The battle cry happens first, before the creature actually enters the field. Okay, that was a pretty good mind control attack. Now, in my defense, I had a 50-50 chance of getting something good. If I had gotten the Argent Squire, that would have been bad, or the Kobold Geomancer also would have been kind of meh. The Knife Juggler and the Warren? Warren? That's not what it is. Tauren. Tauren Warrior. Those are the ones that I wanted. Alright, the Kobold Geomancer will take off that Knife Juggler, which makes a lot of sense. Just gonna ping this guy. I'm not exactly sure what the point of that is, but whatever. Okay. Well, I can't kill this unless I throw away both creatures into it, and I don't want to do that. Well, actually, I do. Let's do this. I'm going to use Humility right here, I suppose. Then we're going to kill this thing. Don't let mages keep spell damage. It's not good for you. I could make this guy and a Recruit, or I can make just the Wind Fury Harpy. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this guy and a Recruit. This guy survives Flame Strike. So does the Harpy. But if she doesn't have Flame Strike, she's going to use her hero ability on this, so this guy will actually get to live for a turn, which is awesome. And we like that. True Silver Champion, anytime you want to come up, buddy, feel free. Oh, good. So no Blizzard, no Flame Strike this turn. That's nice. She's got 3 cards. She's actually behind on cards. It's 5 cards to 3. Granted, 1 card is a recruit, but I am about to draw my 6th. So I'm ahead on cards. She has to get a blowout mass removal here soon. Wow, I don't know what she's holding. I don't know what she's holding that she would not play anything. That's so bizarre. Okay, well, we'll swing. Put the first damage on, and yeah, I'll play a Wind Fury Harpy. And a recruit. I messed up a little bit. I should have played the recruit first and put the Wind Fury Harpy on the edge, because now she can use Cone of Cold to freeze them both. Actually, never mind. She could have just killed one off with yeah. If I put the Wind Fury Harpy on the edge, she could have used hero ability to kill off one of these recruits. That would have slid the Wind Fury Harpy and the Tiger close together. She could still use Cone of Cold against them. That's one card I think she might have, because she didn't use it last turn when the Tiger was in the middle. Now that the Tiger is, because she couldn't target it because it was stealth. Now that the Tiger is revealed, Cone of Cold, and that there's recruits to hit with it, Cone of Cold becomes very good.
I've got a hit.
Okay, Stormpike Commando. Oh my gosh, no Flame Strike this turn. That's awesome news. And only 3 mana left. This is looking really good. Oh, Arcane Intellect. Fan-fiddly-tastic. Ah, now we get to do one of my favorite moves, the Counter Commando. When a commando kills a commando, and I'm gonna use Shattered Sun Cleric on the Harpy here because that actually gets 2 extra damage on, since the Harpy has Wind Fury. Every damage buff counts twice, and also 6 health is really significant because now with Flame Strike and hero ability, she cannot kill that Harpy. The Harpy would stay at 1 health, and 1 health is all it needs to hit her again. Okay, it's like she needs like Flame Strike and Arcane Explosion or something. That's not gonna do it. She needs like a Blizzard. Yeah, Blizzard would do it. She had a Blizzard that would actually kill just about everything and freeze everything, so I couldn't finish her off. All right, we have another irrelevant last turn Molten Giant. That's actually 2 in this arena. I wish I'd made a tag from the beginning and marked all the runs that have that happen in them. But in this arena run, we have 2 irrelevant last turn Molten Giants, and we're gonna win the game, making it to 8 as a Paladin. I'm really, you know what? If you think I'm bragging, I'm sorry, but I am really impressed with myself. This deck has a lot of flaws, but I think that because I made good decisions during the draft and played the games fairly well, we got up to a higher reward than, or a higher level than, you know, I feel like this deck, quote unquote, or that this draft, quote unquote, deserved. Okay, so getting up to 9 is nice. That is, of course, the old maximum. And if we do get up to 9, that means we have a chance at 10, and that's always really exciting. So it's a pretty good run. It's a good day for Papa Boris. Everything is good in the neighborhood. I don't know why this game is freezing so much, but it should be fine, I think. It's been fine all along. So that mage was an example of, there was definitely a card that she could have had that would have let her win, but she didn't have it, and so I won instead. That's just how it goes against mages. Insane Frog, with the emphasis on the in. Insane Frog, hey. Okay, we're going to go and keep the Argent Squire and the True Silver Champion. I'm not going to keep the Dwarf, though. It's too speculative. There's too high of a chance it won't be playable. I'd love to see the Dread Corsair. Oh my god, I actually got the Dread Corsair. Well, alright. Alright, I've whined about it in the past, but here it goes. We got a Dread Corsair with the True Silver Champion. Definitely playing this. The only question is, do I coin out the Leper Gnome? And the answer is no. Now, the reason I'm not coining out the Leper Gnome is, first of all, it'll die to the hero ability. But not only that, I don't have anything else to play. Like, if I had 2 drops and 3 drops to play, I would totally do this. The thing is, now I really want to use this coin on turn 3 for True Silver Champion plus Dread Corsair. I don't want to coin out the Leper Gnome, have it die, and then draw bad cards, and have nothing to play. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad card, the Wind Fury Harpy. But, you know, it really makes me happy that I have the coin, because I can't play it right now. Okay, so the Recruit over the Leper Gnome, they both die just as well to the hero ability, and the extra damage right now isn't that important to me. Oh my motherfucking Christ, that actually happened. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Well, we do what we have to do here, which is play True Silver Champion, throw away our 1/1s, hit it with the weapon, take 6 damage, which you don't really want to do against a mage. Yeah, but we do get to play this guy for free, so we live the dream, but at what cost? Well, I'll tell you, both of our creatures in 6 health. At least it's better than having that thing live, then the pirate would have died, all sorts of bad stuff. Oh my god, I can't believe my Argent Squire got Blood Knighted. That's ridiculous. Blood Knight is an epic, so that was a bit silly. Well, that's what happens when you play Hearthstone, you know, can't avoid that kind of crap forever. So, I have to wait, because I used the coin for that, and I needed to. I have to wait 3 turns for these things. Oh my god. No! No! Oh my fucking Christ. Are you goddamn kidding me with these mad bombers? Oh, that's bullshit. Such bullshit. Well, I'm just glad we made it up to 8 wins before this bullshit happened. Ugh. Fucking mad bomber. Well, we're still in the game, but the main problem is on turn 5, it's going to be super unimpressive. If I draw some dumb card like Equality or something, my 5th turn is going to be Recruit Leper Gnome, and it's just really, really embarrassing. So, that's the problem right here. I do have a pair of 2/3s, but at 5 mana, she could very well be dropping things that trump this a lot. Like any 3/3 will do. It'll do. It'll do, because she's an overpowered mage. Please give me a good card. War Golem, no! Oh, fuck me. Alright, well, we'll do this. What that does is it forces her to commit 2 mana to killing this thing off, otherwise it will kill off the Silverhand Knight. Well, next turn we can stop dropping big threats, but it's, yeah, you can't go down a turn against a mage. It's really bad. This is a bad time. Now, the Leper Gnome gets to kind of sneak in here because she's using hero ability on the Amani Berserker, so it can, like, throw itself into this Knight. Presumably after the Knight hits my Crocodile. No, she's going for the face! Oh, that's a risky move. Very risky move. I might have an answer for this. I don't think I will, alas, but I might have.
The light protects me.
Oh, she has her own art squad. This is actually really irritating. She's flooding the board at a time when I don't really want the... Oh no! Stop it! Oh, fuck me sideways. So I have these big drops, but it's not enough. I'd like to play Light's Justice, can't. I'm gonna do the Ogre because he's more likely to survive. And let's just try to be as efficient as we can, so we'll do that. That. And I'm gonna throw the Leper Gnome away into that. I really can't use this Light's Justice either, can I? I'm so low on health. I'm like in burn range. She's gonna hit me for 6 down to 12. Like I'm within a hair's breadth of a Pyroblast already. Granted, not everyone's gonna have a Pyroblast. That is an epic, but damn. This is kind of a sucky game. Frickin' Mad Bomber though, and the Blood Knight. I did my best. So yeah, looks like we're gonna make it to 8 wins unless my opponent's 5 cards are like the worst 5 cards known to man. She is going for it, which is a bad sign. It means she's feeling really confident if she thinks she can race like that. I smell like something stupid like a Cone of Cold. No Cone of Cold yet. She'll pick that off. That makes sense. Okay. So I have to kill this Worgen. It's the biggest threat because if I don't kill it, she's going to enrage it and swing for 8. She's just flooding the board. I needed Consecration. Oh, guess what card I never saw in this draft? Consecration. Can I even win? So let's see. I kill the Worgen. She's got 4, 7, 8, 9 damage. Oh my god. Well, whatever. We do have to kill that thing. I'll do this. Kill off the Argent Squire. It's going to hit me anyway. Might as well hit it. So yeah. She swings for 8. I'm down to 4 health. I'm dead in, a few turns to Fire Blast. And then a Frostbolt or anything will just kill me right now. Pyroblast. Alright, that was a well-played game. I could not survive Blood Knight and Unlucky Mad Bomber. Also, that 5th turn where I wasn't able to play anything, that really killed me. Because I needed better stuff on the board than a Leper Gnome and a Recruit in order to deal with her flooding the board after that. Or, a Consecration at some point in the draft would have been nice as well. Okay, so that was it. I hope you enjoyed this run. If you did, do please consider supporting my channel by liking and or subscribing. And if you just can't get enough of Papa Boris, then stick around for our post-run rituals. So we're going to start by looking at the prize for 8 wins. 4 boxes, not bad. A Golden Scavenging Hyena. So this is 180 gold. It never used to be this low at 8 wins, but I don't care. I don't need exorbitant rewards at 8 wins to be happy about making it to 8 wins. So we got 180 gold. Let's take a look at our pack. Come on, game. You can survive a few more minutes. We got an ordinary pack. Ooh, I don't know if I have another Doom card. I think I might just have one of those. I mean, I don't know if I have 2 of those. I think I just have just the one. Well, let's see. Crafting mode here. Oh, nope, I had 2 of them. Okay. I believe we got a new card here. the Golden Scavenging Hyena, aka 50 Dust. And then we got a Golden Hammer of Wrath right here. And let's take a look at our sneak peek for the next arena before calling it a day. God, this game is lagging like crazy. Drumroll, it's gonna be Paladin, Mage, or Shaman. God, I haven't played Mage in ages. It might be time to play Mage. We'll see. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then.